Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and sort of like an all-day wear test on a foundation that I have recently purchased, but I believe has been on the market for quite some time. So there are two foundations from this brand and I want to use one foundation on the one side of my face and then the other foundation on the other side of my face. And that foundation today is from a brand called The Ordinary. So I had purchased their full coverage foundation and then also their serum foundation. So of course full coverage means that you're going to get the most sort of pigmentation from the foundation, whereas the serum sort of caters to those who doesn't want that full coverage look but still want something to even out their skin tone. So in this product you get 30 mils of product in each, and I got the shade 2.0, which I believe is light medium neutral. I am NC25 to NC30 at the minute in MAC, kind of in between because I still have a smidge bit of my tan left from holiday. So 2.0 sort of suits me absolutely perfectly. So this is what they look like. They're in these nice little plastic bottles. This one looks a little bit grubby because I have been trying these out. I just couldn't resist myself. So yeah, you get 30 mils in here, so quite a lot of product. I love the fact that they have not put this product into a fancy packaged thing. Because these are really inexpensive. I think they were under £6 for each of these. I think they've kept the packaging to a minimum, which means obviously that they're not going to be adding sort of that premium onto the price of their product. Like I said, this product is not new by any means. It's not a new release. It has been on the market for quite some time. However, I am on the lookout for a very good foundation that is very inexpensive. And I do believe that Wayne Goss has raved about this foundation. I could be wrong. I haven't, it's more so hearsay because I haven't really read up too much on the reviews because I don't want to go in with sort of a biased view. So let's get to putting these on my face. Now, I think there's one thing that can impact sort of the longevity of your foundation, and that is going to be what you put on underneath, and that is a primer. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of primers. I really think my moisturiser just works just as good. However, there has been a primer that I've been loving for weeks and I've been using every day. It's worked perfect with my sort of drugstore foundations and also my high-end foundations as well. So I thought it's only fair that I'm going to be using this primer underneath this foundation anyway. It would help if I told you what it was. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer Radiance with Hyaluronic Acid, and it's in like a little thing like this, and I've been loving this primer because it does definitely plump up my skin whilst also giving me sort of like a little bit of a glowy look. So I'm applying that just on a stippling brush. In terms of how I'm going to apply this product, I am going to use two kabuki brushes, so one from Nima and then one, this is an unbranded one. I use these all the time and I feel like they give similar results, so I feel like it's fair to apply it the same way. I wanted to do it with a beauty blender. I thought if I put my face into quarters with beauty blender and brushes, I thought it would just get a little bit ridiculous. So I am going to use brushes because it's the most realistic thing for me. So I'm firstly going to go in with the high coverage foundation, and again, this is exactly what it looks like. I think these bottles are so cute, and what I'm going to do is just take one pump and then just sort of mix that just on a little silicone sponge here because you're not sort of wasting too much product. And I'm putting this on the right side of my face. Again, bear in mind that this is only one pump. I'm going to take my little kabuki brush and just start stamping this product into the skin. So this foundation, from hearsay, I have heard that it's meant to be a really good skin looking foundation. And of course The Ordinary are a skincare brand. Taking a bit of this down my neck because maybe actually it was a smidgy little bit too dark. This is currently how the full coverage side of things are looking. Please just ignore my neck, we will even that out eventually. But yeah, I'm really liking this so far. It doesn't look cakey. It's not necessarily hiding my pores, but it's not really showing them either. But it's sort of definitely evened out my skin tone. I still have a few sort of blemishes down here that it hasn't covered, but I tend to use concealer for that anyway, so that's, well, it's the job of concealer. So what I'm going to do is then go in with the serum foundation and apply this, and I'm not going to apply that on a silicone sponge. I'm just going to put it straight from the thing, which is so unhygienic, but YOLO. This one definitely feels thinner than the other consistency. The full coverage one wasn't thick at all. It was like a really nice sort of consistency. But this one just feels a lot more lightweight. I feel like there's actually a difference in colour. I'm not sure as to why. Back in and just sort of push that in again whilst it's had time to settle down. But I do feel, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this side is definitely a bit more of a different colour. So I'm hoping that, I don't know whether it's oxidised or not, I'm not entirely too sure. There's one thing I will say about this is it gives me a beautiful, beautiful like radiance. Again, I don't know if that's from the primer necessarily. It hasn't hidden my pores or anything like that. It has definitely evened out my skin tone. I do think there is a difference in colours though, so I think the 2.0N in the Serum Foundation is definitely lighter than the other one. And actually that seems to have covered up my blemishes, so the Serum Foundation seems to have covered up my blemishes a lot more than the other one, which is incredibly strange. Wow, and it's still got such good coverage, but it feels like they both feel so lightweight. Oh my god, I really like these. I think they're awesome. So I'm really, really loving this foundation so far. I am now going to finish the rest of my makeup, which I'm going to do off camera, because otherwise this video is just going to get pathetically long. So yes, and I will check in with you guys every few hours. I'm going to keep this on for... It's currently, what time are we on? We are currently on about 12:30, so I'm going to check in every few hours and then just up until I take it off tonight, and we'll see whether it oxidizes, whether it goes super oily, and I'm also going to leave a list of products that I've used down below as well on top, just because you could get something that could actually sort of trigger this foundation to go super oily. But I'm going to keep with what I know, stuff I use on a daily basis that I know does not make my skin look rubbish, so we're going to test it with that as well. Also, I wanted to just zoom in, guys, just to show you how things are sort of looking. Not bad. Hi guys, so we are currently on to the second check-in, and this is how things are looking right now, and I have to say I am incredibly happy with how things are looking. It's not... Oh, let me just check the time actually, because I'm not sure what the time is. It's about 4:30. I don't know if you can see that on my watch. You couldn't. So yeah, it's about 4:30. So it's been about 4 hours later, I think. And I feel like for me, like it's going really, really well so far. And with foundations, I feel like I know whether or not I'm going to like them within the first 6 hours. So I'm going to give it another 2 hours, like minimum, because I plan to keep this on all night, just to see how far things can go. But yeah, I'm loving it. I've not really done anything different. I've not changed up what I've done in the day. I've just been busy doing things, and the only thing I have reapplied is my lipstick, just because I just do that all the time. But I have not touched anything. Camera, it looks quite dewy on my forehead, like can you see that shine? And sort of around my nose and stuff, but in person it doesn't look like a greasy mess or anything like that at all. Like it looks really radiant and dewy and nice. Like it doesn't look incredibly oily. I'm not sure how this would sort of fare on more oilier skin tones or even more dry skin tones, but at the minute it just feels really soft. Like it doesn't feel like dew, it doesn't feel like oily or anything like that. Even on my forehead, I probably shouldn't be touching too much. Nothing really come off my fingers then as well, which is quite interesting. But yeah, the Serum Foundation, so this side of my face is looking, I think it's looking pretty good, to be fair. It's still covering my imperfections because I have a few like spots here and then also here as well. This side, which is the full coverage side, feels a little bit more matte. As opposed to the serum one, which would kind of make sense because it's a bit more full coverage, whereas the serum's like a different lightweight consistency. And you know, like when you're wearing a foundation sometimes as well, where it can sort of, it goes really oily, and then you start to see it sort of, you start to see your imperfections and your sort of spots, scarring and stuff like that come through. It doesn't do this with this foundation at all. Like I just completely forgot I was wearing foundation. Yeah, I'm going to give it until 6 hours minimum because I want to keep this on as long as I can, within reason of course. But for me, as soon as it hits the 6 hour mark, that for me is just like a complete pass. So it will definitely be staying in my foundation drawer. So yes, I love it so much. $5.95 or however much it was. Bargain, my friends. Hey everyone, so this is going to be my last check-in. It is currently 8:30, so I've had this on for probably about like 8 hours, 8.5 hours I think. Things are looking pretty good. A lot of my sort of pigmentation and imperfections are coming through. I would probably expect for about this time now, for a foundation that doesn't claim to be like super long lasting, but my thoughts on this product are incredibly positive. I'm definitely going to be replacing them once I finish them as well. I'm looking a little bit like I need to retire for bed. Adult life these days, going to bed at like 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'm going to take this all off now. I really need to wash my hair. It's getting to that stage where it just won't take any more dry shampoo, which is annoying. But yeah, I'm slightly oily. I'm slightly oily just up here, but it's fine. You can sort of blot in the day and stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with it and I cannot wait to use this foundation again. So I hope this has been useful. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry I'm in my very classy PJs. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.